I did hear it again, and it was like
Is it
again I
worse
was
than
doing a
last
Tracy thing
week?
where I was like, it was really that. Yeah, it was that bad.
Am I the butthole for refusing to give my father the house that my grandmother left me? Well, OP, I can tell you before I even read this post, the answer is no, but let's get into it anyways. Some important context. My father left me when I was 10. What? I came home from school one day and he was gone and I was alone. What? What? Okay. OP, now the answer is still no, but now it's been upgraded to like a mega no, a super plus no, an extra strength no, you are not the butthole. But still, let's get into this post anyways. My grandmother eventually took me in, but that moment gave me issues that I'm still working through. My grandmother passed away and was buried a couple of weeks ago. I saw my father for the first time in 14 years at his mother's funeral. After the will was read, we learned that my grandmother had left me her property. My father was furious. Apparently, he feels that he has more rights to her property than I do because she was his mother. He's been harassing me to hand over the property to him and promising that when he dies, I can have it. I don't want to give him the property because if my grandmother wanted him to have it, then she would have put it in her will. My father's been going around telling the family that I stole his mother's property right from under him, and I'm trying to punish him for leaving me. My family's been reaching out to me, telling me that even though my father abandoned me, I shouldn't forget the importance of family loyalty, and how being good to my father, even if he isn't good to me, is what makes a good daughter. I don't think that I'm doing anything wrong, but the comments are beginning to wear me down. Am I the butthole?
Nope.
No, there'd be some things have to happen to him. And that's your baby. I mean, I know you don't see her as being your baby.
He left the child when she was
I got
10.
3 days to say about this, and then I'll let it go. Number one, so you haven't seen your daughter in 14 years. The first time you saw her was at the funeral. So am I to think that you haven't seen your mom in 14 years?
That's what I'm thinking.
Sound like to me.
I don't even know what the shock value of all of this is going on here. So yeah, that's one. 2, the family, the extended family, whoever it is, y'all a joke. I ain't even trying to be mean. I'm going by you a joke by the statement that you made of, I know he abandoned you, but family loyalty. I'm like, wait, what? When do the family loyalty kick in? 14 years later? I'm so confused at what exactly is going
That's that
on
forgiveness
here.
crap.
And number 3, back to the father. He's going around telling everybody he stole the house from me. Really?
It wasn't yours in the first place.
Let's analyze your statement. I'm sorry, I keep saying he. She stole the house from you, and it only took her 14 years to do so. 14 years.
It's a master plan.
That was you talk about the long con. 14 years. There's not a con on the face of the planet that takes 14 years, over a decade.
Well, first she had to convince her father to abandon her.
Yep, that was the first step.
That's the first, yeah.
And then she had to manipulate her grandmother at 10 years old into living with her. And then she had to probably
for 14 years.
Yeah, for the next 14 years, she did little favors like washing the dishes, keeping her room clean, making good grades in school.
Being a rebellious child when it was the right time to do so.
Yeah, all those, normal things. This father, he's still not worse than the one last week. The one last week, I'm like, this is the winner. But this one is a good, solid number 3. Because this is not the worst one I've seen.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Really yeah, because at least she had a loving grandparent who was able to step in.
Thank goodness.
But that's not a star on his chest because he didn't plan for that.
He just left.
He didn't
Who-
decide, you know what, I'm not capable of being a good father to my child, and I'm going to make the responsible decision. Mom, I need you to take this over. I'm just not up to the task. That's bad enough, but at least that's putting your child ahead of yourself.
At least
You
if
know?
he says, "Hey, I'm not capable of being a father," okay,
Yeah.
he admitted he's not. No, this
But you
nitwit, he
yep.
just showed it. He just showed it. He was like, "Yep, if being a
and-
father was a bad person,
And the
bingo."
grandma was there. The grandma was there. That's what irks me so much about this dude was even if you didn't have the balls to sit there and say, I want to be a father anymore. I just don't want to be a father anymore. I don't want to take care of the child anymore. I want to live free and all this other stuff. Whatever, dude. You don't have an excuse with me why you did that, but whatever. You want to, hey, Mom, I'm just telling you, I can't deal with it no more. Can you take her? You didn't think a damn thing about your daughter.
Just left.
Not a damn thing
Just
about
left.
her at
Just
all.
said,
You just
hey,
up and left. And now you're coming bitching about a house who I don't know all the information, but when you said it, you ain't seen in 14 years.
and obviously the grandmother didn't want him to have the house because she didn't leave
That
it to
was her
him.
decision.
She
that
can
was
leave
really
it
her
to. She
decision.
could have left it to the community center if she wanted to.
Sell
And
the
that
property,
family
give
is
it to the
surely,
church.
they surely trifling. They need to keep that. Didn't nobody ask them for their opinion? I'd be like, don't call me. Keep on calling me. You're going to get blocked because blocking you blesses me.
I like that one.
I like that one. I thought about that on a lot of stuff. Like, I don't have to take your call. I really don't. I mean, I already know, especially when the husband and wife have an issue, and you know, I'm going by the husband point of view, okay? And the husband says something, but my wife's family is calling me saying that I'm the a-hole and blah blah. But I keep wanting to go.
Stop answering the
Yeah,
phone,
of course
dummy.
they are. It's the
Yeah.
wife's family. Of course they're gonna say that, dude.
But
Yeah,
it's bad.
after like the second call, you kind of should know.
But it's bad when your family says that you are the a-hole.
Yeah,
That's
your
when you got
family says
problems.
you the a-hole. But this family right here, I know about family loyalty, but what? 'Cause
Sure,
there's
he
money
left you,
involved in it?
abandoned you, shrieked his responsibilities, but loyalty. Now,
No,
loyalty my behind. No,
loyalty ended in this family 14 years ago.
there's a difference, and I always preach forgiveness. And even though I'm dressed like a witch, I still say forgive. But she ain't got to give him that house. She ain't got to give him that house.
I didn't forgive you. You ain't getting this house though.
No,
you
I'm
can,
with you. God gives second chances. I might not. So
like, no, you can live in that little trailer, which he probably lives in, because you know he's like, oh, this is my house.
But
It
that
was
was
his-
that my
going
thing
back
is-
to that woman you left me to go be with. How about that? You
Or
decided
man,
you wanted
you
to
don't
go
know.
run the streets instead of being a dad. Go on
You
back
weren't
out there to the
concerned about me
streets.
for
Go on
14
out there.
years. You weren't concerned about me for 14 years. You wasn't
Or
concerned
your
about
mother.
your mama for 14 years. You wasn't concerned about this house for 14 years. Either by arrogance, thinking that because blood is the same blood running through your veins, the same blood that's running through her veins, you go up and get the house.
But that's some people that think they're gonna get mama house by osmosis. If I just hold out there long enough, it'll be mine.
Yeah, she'll croak soon enough.
Yep. Okay.
And she knew he was trifling. She knew he was trifling. That's why she didn't leave him the house. He never thought of that.
Well, he ain't gonna think about it like that. He's a
You
selfish
don't think
person.
about it like that. He Tracy.
Everything's about him.
What I have learned from listening to these stories over and over again, there are family members that you love because they are family members.
Yep.
There are family members that you love because they are commodities.
Man, I got a friend. He told me this one time when I was younger. He was like, "Blood is thicker than water, but which one you want to drink?"
Ain't that it?
Mm.
Because sometimes some of us got some families, we like, nah, I just love you across the street. You stay on that side of the street, and I'm going to stay over here on my side.
Because every bad, selfish, knucklehead, violent, destructive, all them people, that's somebody's family member.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you were assigned to me.
That
Sometimes
knows
my
you that
friends are
person.
better than my family because my friends chose to be with me. You were assigned to me.
And I
Basically.
don't have to. And this is the deal. And I don't have to do at a certain age, at a certain level of your life. When you have, and I'm speaking for me, okay, not everybody. I got a wife, I got a kids, I got a house, I got a car, and I got a job. I ain't got to deal with you. You don't add a value to me knowing you being in my life. You
Oh
just
my
don't.
gosh. Were you on the conversation me and my sister had? Because we was talking about the same thing. We were talking about when we were little, because we were so poor. We always had to live at family members' houses because we were just that poor. And then we were like, it's time to break that cycle. But lo and behold, we got them few family members, which I ain't gonna call their name. Well, when you was little, y'all, that was when I was a child. My mother was over me. My
Yep.
mother was your. See, I can do stuff on my own now.
Yeah.
Mama did the best that she could, but guess what? I ain't Mama. I'm Tracy.
I'm sorry. I don't. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but you make me be rude when you constantly keep pushing it. And I'm saying this just to say it. I honestly don't have a family member on my side or their side that I feel this way about. Now, there's some that's just like, I have no problem with you. But there's no person that I'm just going out of my way going, man, you know what? Y'all getting on my nerves. I'm out. I don't have nobody like that.
Ooh,
And
boy,
luckily, I didn't marry into a family like that.
Oh, boy.
So,
The poor.
I
lucked
definitely
out
won
on
the
that.
family Olympics because my family, like Marlon's saying, it doesn't really apply to me. And if I got family like that, I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Boy,
I ain't close to
I'm
them
the
like
one
that.
that got
I
the
don't
family.
know.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
And Fosse has an issue with me saying this, but I feel this way. Do you know cousin such and such down and whatever?
Nope.
No. Well, you need to get to know them. No.
Why?
I don't. I'm not taking any more cousin applications. I'm sorry. I've gone this far. 50 years. Hey, you know what? I ain't got no bad will against you, but I don't. Hey, for what? What am I doing? What we doing here?
Marlon on some no new friends.
I don't need no cousins. I don't went 50 years without knowing you. We cousins? Cool.
See you at the family reunion.
See you at the family reunion. And even when I see you, I still don't know who the hell you are. So yeah. And you live in a state like you live 3-4 states from me. So get to know them for what? I don't understand why we going through. I put more effort in knowing them than not. So no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good.